Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Two men charged in St. Thomas lottery scam boss. Two of the three men who were arrested on Thursday following a pre-dawn operation in Ginger Hill Bar, St. Thomas, by the lottery scam task force has been charged. Charged with possession of identity information is 28-year-old Jermaine Dixon, otherwise called Leachin, and 33-year-old Sean McDowell, otherwise called Subaru, both of Ginger Hall addresses. Reports are that between 4 a.m. and 9 a.m., three premises were searched and identity information for people residing overseas was found on cellular phones and laptops belonging to Dixon and McDowell. A third man was also taken into custody for questioning. Three high-end vehicles were also seized. Dixon and McDowell's court date has not yet been finalized. Westmoreland man killed by police was innocent, says family. Family members of Romaria Dawkins, one of two men who were fatally shot by the police in Spring Court, Westmoreland on Wednesday afternoon, are professing his innocence. Dawkins' brother told reporters that his brother has a limp and is no violent producer. He is no gunman, no badness, nothing at all. The man foot broke up. He can't even run to do badness. One of him foot broke off, so he walks with a limp, the brother told reporters. The brother, who wished not to be named, said Dawkins was assisting his friend, Dean Wolfery, who was also shot and killed, to transport some material to Billy's house when the incident happened. He is hoping to get justice for his brother. Dawkins' grand-aunt, Paulette Balls, is also seeking answers. Balls said that she wants to know why her grandnephew was killed by the police. Mother want to know what right them have to shoot him. What did he do for them to shoot him? Balls questioned. Balls also refuted the claim that the police said that there was a confrontation and firearms were seized. It was no shootout, no shootout. According to Zone 4 Commander for Little London and Negro Deputy Superintendent of Police, Sean J. Mitchell, the men died in a confrontation with the lawmen. There was a police operation in the area sometime after 12:30 p.m., and the operation resulted in a confrontation, and two men were shot and taken to hospital, where they were pronounced dead, DSP Mitchell reported. Jill Stewart Sports Scholarship launched. Executive Chairman of Sanders Resort International, Adam Stewart, on Thursday, launched the Jill Stewart Sports Scholarship in honor of the memory of his late wife. The announcement was made during the Mobile City Run 2023 scholarship presentation at Sanders Montego Bay, St. James. The Hotel Mongol committed an initial $1.5 million towards the scholarship for 5 years. Renee Lewis, a 15-year-old Rhodes Hall student, became the inaugural recipient of the scholarship. She received $300,000. Jill Stewart, who was a sports enthusiast, died in July after a long battle with cancer. She was 43. Man killed during alleged shootout in Greenwich Town. One man is dead following an alleged shootout between gunmen in Greenwich Town on Thursday morning. According to the Jamaica Constabulary Force Corporate Communications Unit, the incident took place along East Avenue and 8th Street in the community. The victim has not yet been identified. The police are advising the public that the area has been cornered off to facilitate the processing of the crime scene. Motorists were asked to use alternative routes. I did a lot of errands for him. Everton Beach's Todd McDonald used one of his workers to keep tabs on his second wife, as he strongly suspected that she was in romantic relationships with other men, including a policeman. Beach's Todd is on trial in the Home Circuit Court in downtown Kingston for the July 2020 murder of his second wife, Tony Ann McDonald. Oscar Barnes, a co-accused in the matter, is also on trial. Tony Ann's partially burnt body was found slumped beside her Razor motor vehicle car on the Sherwood Forest Main Road in Portland with her throat slashed. The first witness has been testifying since the trial started on Tuesday. The 7-member jury of 4 men and 3 women learned from the witness, who was a former employee of Beach's Todd at his supermarket in Portland, that his boss ordered him to go and check bank lines to see if his wife was conducting business there as she said she would. I did a lot of errands for him. He would send me to the bank to find out if Tony was there. I did that every time he asked. Once I told him that she was not there and he was satisfied, he didn't say anything, he said. The witness claimed that on one occasion, Beach's Todd ordered him to leave the shop and send him to a specific bank to see if Tony was there. I looked and didn't see her, and I was afraid to go back and tell him that I didn't see her Luckily, when I looked, I saw her come to the shop, so I didn't have to tell him anything, the witness said. The witness further told the court that Beecher Stout called him into his office one morning and asked him if he knew a man by the name of Jacob. He instructed the employee to find out where Jacob's office was. According to the witness, sometimes in the morning, Beecher Stout would ask him if he thought Tonian was good for business, to which he responded yes. However, Beecher Stout disagreed. The former employee of Beecher Stout said his boss referred to Tonian as lazy. He would ask if I didn't realize that the shop was running down. He wondered if Tonian was taking money from the business. He wondered if the business was leaking. He said he left the house from early and she didn't come out yet. He said he was going to teach her a lesson because she needs to come out of the house and go to work. He said he was going to stop the helper from coming because his wife was lazy. He said his other woman was cleaner than her, the witness said. The former employee said that in 2020, Beecher Stout expressed to him that he felt Tonian was disgracing the McDonald's name. He said he was tired of her disgracing him and that he couldn't walk and hold up his head. He asked me where she goes to whenever she is missing from the shop. He asked if I realized that she was missing at a special time of the day each day. I told him I didn't know. He said, why this woman don't take up all kind of men? I don't have no clue what he was talking about. He asked if I knew Tonian had a man who was a police. Otherwise from that, we would have conversations where he would kill the police boy. He said things like, "Me I go kill that boy there, no," the witness recounted. The witness said on one occasion, Beecher Stout called him and another security guard in his office upstairs in the supermarket, where he sat looking at a picture on his desktop computer while lamenting that Tonian was disgracing him. The witness said Tonian was in photos and she was nude in some of them. He also claimed that one of the pictures showed her drinking from the same glass as a man with whom she was believed to have been intimate. We didn't want to look at the pictures and he said, "Look man, open up your eye and look." I had to look because I couldn't do anything. I saw her opening up her private parts. He said, "You see how she skin out like a dog? So she skin out herself to any man." We saw a photo and she and the policeman sitting beside each other like lovers. He said she was spending off his money on the policeman. He said, "Him don't want her, I just me money him want," the witness said. The witness said the businessman continued to skip through photos on the computer and was furious that there was a naked picture of him while in the bathroom. It was like a video call and she snapped the picture. Mr. Mack zoomed in on one of her pictures and said, "A dem thing she a do, a tattoo man name pan her hand." There were all other pictures of her breasts alone. The witness added that Beecher Stout had plotted to use acid to disfigure the faces of both Tonian and the policeman. The trial continues with more testimony from former employees. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell.